Good afternoon, students. In this particular video, we'll be learning about the maintenance of cash book, including the GST. Okay, so GST will basically give you the details of how much goods and service tax we are supposed to pay, or how much goods and service tax we have paid. Okay, at the time of purchasing, we pay the GST, so that is the payment of GST. And at the time of sales, we get the GST, that is called collection of GST. Okay, when we do the GST chapter, this concept will be explained in a detailed way. For now, I'll just explain you how it is shown in the cash book. Okay, and you should also know there are basically three types of GST. One is CGST, that is central GST, central goods and service tax. SGST, that is state goods and service tax, and IGST, that is the integrated goods and service tax. I explain all the detail about that when we study the GST chapter, but for now, as of now, only we'll learn about the concepts of GST in the cash book. Okay, so first, when we go with the purchase, so when you purchase, what do? As I already told you, we make the payment, right? At the time of purchasing of goods, we make the payment. So what do? The journal entry appears like this: purchase account debit. It can be to cash or bank, and if I do on credit, there will be two creditors, right? And whenever there will be GST, we have to pay something extra for the GST. So that is our additional expenses, right? So that additional expenses will be recorded separately as input GST. Why input? Because the goods we are purchasing in the business as input. That is why I call it input GST. Okay, clear? So that is why the entry appears like this: purchase is also an expense, so debit. Input GST is also expenses, that is why it is debit. And cash or bank, it is going out, so credit, the money goes out, it's a credit. And if it is a creditor, then they are the receiver, that is why they are the giver of the goods, so they are credit. Okay, the concept remains the same, like as we have done in journal entry. It remains the same: cash or bank goes out, the money goes out, credit. And if it is a creditor, then they are the giver of goods, so that is why they are credit. Okay, and the other side, we have purchase account debit, that is our expenses. Input GST account debit, that will be also our expenses. Okay, remember, if both CGST and SGST will be recorded. If IGST is mentioned, then IGST also will be recorded. Okay, clear? So the journal entry as a whole, it appears like this: purchase account debit, input CGST or IGST or SGST account debit to cash or bank account. Okay, then coming back to the sales. In case of sales, as in case of purchase, we are purchasing for using in the business, so it is our input in the business, so we call input CGST or SGST. Okay, right? In the same way, when we do the sales, it is got this input, this output has been transferred. Okay, this output has been transferred into, this input has been transferred into output. Okay, this input has been transferred into output, so it becomes an output GST. And what will happen? If I sell goods, I get the money. We get money for two things: one, for the amount of goods that I'm selling, and another thing is the GST amount. So it will be cash account debit, that is a total of goods amount and the GST amount, to sales account. Sales account will be the amount of sales that we are making, okay, the value of the goods, and along with that will be to output CGST or SGST, depending on CGST or SGST, depending on the question. Okay, if nothing is mentioned, then only CGST and SGST will do. And if IGST is mentioned, then IGST also we have to do. Okay, so that will be another collection. So to output CGST or SGST, this is kept in the credit side, not as an income, but as a liability, because this GST after all belongs to government. And later on, we will match up with input GST, how much we have paid. We'll match this one, how much we have paid, and to output GST, how much we have collected. We'll just match up, and we'll see if we have paid more, then we can file for return of GST. And if we have paid less, then we'll pay the extra amount, whatever amount is payable. That this concept will be clear when we see the GST chapter. For as of now, this much should be clear, that on sales, what will happen? Cash account debit, cash debit side, what will you write? To sales account, what is the sales value? To output CGST to output SGST. Okay. And in case of purchase, what will happen if there is cash transaction? If it is a bank or credit transaction, that means it will not be recorded in the single cash book, right? We are showing only in the single cash book here. So what will happen if it is purchased? Then we'll write it in the credit side of cash book. What will you write? By purchase account, whatever the purchase value is, by input CGST, by input SGST. Clear? Input CGST, input SGST. Okay. So at the time of purchase, we have input CGST and SGST. In case of sales, we have output CGST and SGST. I hope all of you understood that, right? So obviously, at the time of purchase, it is payment, so it will appear in the payment side. On the purchase, on the time of sales, it is receipt income, so it will come in the receipt side. Clear? So let's take up a question here. Okay, so what is given here? Enter the following transactions in a single column cash book. Okay, enter the following transactions in a single column cash book and post them in the ledger. Ledger posting, you know how to do. So what we will do here, we'll start with the first item. First of all, we'll see the year, that is 2019 and April, right? So we'll prepare the format and we'll put it up. The format is ready here. It is very bright, so you can just dim the light little bit. That will help you to view it easily. So give the date, then particulars, then voucher number here is mentioned. Is very good. This is a correct one. Okay, voucher number. The previous one it was not mentioned, so we added up. Here it is given voucher number, then ledger folio, then amount column. Same way, date, particulars, voucher number, ledger folio, and amount column. Amount is the cash value here. Okay, so date, particulars, voucher number, ledger folio, amount. Date, particulars, voucher number, ledger folio, amount. And debit, credit in the top, cash book, and it should be written not only cash book. It should be written single column cash book or simple cash book. In the top, it should be written in the books of. If it is not mentioned, then dot dot dot. Here in the books of dot dot dot. And if the name is mentioned, then in the books of the name of the person. Clear? So let's start. So what is the first thing here? 2019 April 1, cash in hand. How much? 1 lakh. So 2019 April 1, what will you write? 2 balance brought down, right? Cash in hand means the opening balance. Cash in hand means the opening balance. So opening balance, how will you write? 2 balance brought down, 1 lakh. Okay. Then April 5. April 5, how it will appear? What is there? Cash purchase. Cash purchase means payment. Isn't it? Payment. So it's not mentioned credit or cash. So it is a cash payment, right? So we'll go in the payment side. What did you write? We have to calculate first. Cash payment. What is the cash purchase? 20,000. So it will be by purchase 20,000. April 5 by purchase 20,000. Along with that, what do we have? CGST of 6% and SGST of 6%. So what you will do? Again, by purchase, at the time of purchase, what do we have? Output GST and input GST. You can see here, it's input GST. Okay, that also to be paid, right? So it will go in the credit side. How will you write? By input CGST, isn't it? By input, you can see here one more. Purchase account debit, input CGST or SGST account debit to cash or bank account or creditors. So here it is cash. So we will take in the cash credit side. What will you write? By purchase account, by input CGST, by input SGST. So in the credit side, it will appear like this: by input CGST, 6% of 2,000. So it is coming 1,200. And again, by input SGST, 6% of 20,000, that is 1,200. Clear? Okay. Then April 6. What will happen on April 6? It is cash sales. Now we are selling the goods. So selling the goods means money will come. So in the debit side, isn't it? What will happen? 2 sales will be 16,000 first of all. April 8, 2 sales account 16,000, right? Then after that, CGST and SGST is 6%. So 6% is the CGST. So what is the entry? We'll see again. In case of sales, what was the entry? Cash or bank account debit, 2 sales to output CGST and SGST. Output CGST and SGST. That means in the debit side, you will write down. What will you write? Cash debit side, 2 sales to output CGST to output SGST. So we'll go in the debit side and we'll write like this: to sales account, how much? 16,000. So to sales account 16,000 written. To output CGST, 6% of 16,000. So 6% of 16,000 is 9,960 rupees. So it will be to output CGST 9,060 rupees, 960 rupees. Then to output SGST will be again 6%. that will be 960 rupees. To output SGST 960 rupees. So it is appearing like this: to sales account 16,000, to output CGST 960 rupees, to output SGST 960 rupees. Clear? Then moving back again to the next one, what do we have? April 15. April 15, what can we see here? Purchased furniture for 10,000 plus CGST and SGST at the rate 6%. That means we are purchasing furniture of 10,000. Okay, so that means it will be payment. So in the payment side, we'll go and what will write? Buy furniture 10,000. See, buy furniture account 10,000. Clear? Then after that we have CGST and SGST of 6%. So 6% of 1,000 will be how much? 10,000 will be how much? 600 rupees, right? 6% of 10,000 is 600 rupees. So it will be by input CGST 600, by input SGST 600. So you can see here by input CGST 600, by input SGST 600. Okay, it is input CGST and input SGST both will be on April 15. Every time the date will be same at the time of purchase or sale, whatever it is, right? Then moving back to the next one, 25. Received commission 2,000 plus CGST and SGST. Again same. We are receiving. So in the receipt side, what will you write? In the cash debit side, that is the receipt side, what will you write? To commission 2,000 to what will you write? Output CGST 6% of 2,000. That means how much? 120 rupees. And output SGST will be how much? Again 120 rupees. Output CGST 120, output SGST 120. So we can see that it will be in the cash side, to commission 2,000, to output CGST 120, to output SGST 120. Clear? Then again, what we can see here, paid rent 12,000 plus CGST and SGST of 6%. So paid rent, we are paying rent. That means what will be the journal entry? Rent account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit, to it will be cash account. So it will be going in the cash credit side, right? Cash is credit. So cash credit side, what will you write? Buy rent 12,000. You can see the date is April 30. Buy rent 12,000. Okay, buy rent 12,000. Then again buy input CGST. Input CGST, why? Because rent we are paying for the purpose of the shop. We are using it for producing output. So basically we are using these things as input. Okay, for producing the output, we are using all these things as input. Clear? So we have input CGST, how much? Input GST 6% of 120, that is how much? 720, right? 12,000 6% will be 720 rupees. 720 rupees. So by input CGST we have 720, by input SGST we have 720. Now after doing the balancing, take the debit side total and take in the credit side, and we do the plus minus, and we can see that after all the balance is coming how much? 73,120. 73,120. There is nothing changes this time. So we have not put any note here. We will not require to put any note. Clear? So this closing balance of April 30 will appear on, here it is not mentioned, you should mention here. It will appear on May 1. May 1 it will appear as to balance brought down 1,20,000, sorry, 73,120. Okay, to balance brought down 73,120 on May 1. Is it clear? On the 1st of May. Is it clear, everyone? Right. So if it is clear, then this is the part for single and single column cash book, or you can say simple petty cash book. Simple cash book or single column cash book. Single column cash book or simple cash book. And in the next class we'll have double column cash book. This is the concept of GST which will be applicable in every case. It will be same. There will be no changes whether it is double column or triple column, doesn't matter. Okay, it will be same as we have done in the single column. I hope the concept is clear. Okay, please take care of yourself. Go through all these things. Make a proper note of it. All the notes should be written with a green pen or a red pen. Try to ignore red pen, use green pen. Okay, make sure that all the things are properly maintained in your copy, and give your attendance here. Okay, make sure that your attendance will be counted and your attendance will have marks. So give your attendance. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye.